Long a quiet rural highway in Texas, a passing driver spotted something unusual. Two bobcat kittens on the roadside. One lay motionless, injured, but the other refuses to leave, standing guard and resting its head protectively across its sibling's body. Wildlife vet Dr. Emily Carter was called to the scene and arrived just in time. It was clear the healthy one was guarding its brother, almost pleading for help, she said. Dr. Carter gently scooped them up and rushed them to her clinic. This is the extraordinary true story of guardian and brave, two bobcat siblings whose bond would not only save their lives, but forever change how we understand love in the wild. Before we start, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any news stories. The morning sun cast long shadows across Highway 287 about 30 m outside of Amarillo, Texas. Margaret Whitfield, a retired school teacher in her 70s, was driving her old Ford pickup toward town for her weekly grocery run when something caught her. At first, she thought it was just roadkill, an unfortunately common sight on these rural Texas highways. But as she drew closer, she noticed movement. Margaret slowed her truck and pulled onto the shoulder, her heart already beginning to race. Through her dusty windshield, she could see two small forms on the gravel beside the asphalt. One was lying still, but the other was very much alive, its tawny fur catching the early light as it moved in small, desperate circles around its companion. "Oh, Lord," Margaret whispered, putting the truck in park and reaching for her cell phone with trembling hands. She'd lived in rural Texas all her life and knew better than to approach wild animals, especially predators like bobcats. But she couldn't just drive away the healthy kitten, for that's what they were, she realized, just babies, was doing something that made her eyes well with tears. It was lying down beside its sibling, draping its small body protectively over the injured one, occasionally nudging it with its nose as if trying to wake it up. When a passing 18-wheeler rumbled by, the healthy kitten pressed itself lower, shielding its sibling from the wind and debris. Margaret dialed information and asked for the nearest wildlife rehabilitation center. After 2 transfers, she finally reached Dr. Emily Carter's wildlife clinic in Canyon, about 45 minutes away. There are 2 bobcat kittens on Highway 287, Margaret explained, her voice shaking. One's hurt bad, maybe hit by a car. The other one won't leave it. I've never seen anything like it, Doctor. The little one is trying to protect its sibling. Dr. Emily Carter had been a wildlife veterinarian for 15 years, but the urgency in the elderly woman's voice made her grab her emergency kit without hesitation. "Can you stay there and make sure no one disturbs them? I'm leaving right now." "I'm not going anywhere," Margaret said firmly. "These babies need help." For the next 40 minutes, Margaret sat in her truck, hazard lights blinking, watching over the 2 small forms. Several cars slowed to look, and she waved them on. A state trooper stopped to check on her, and she explained the situation. He nodded, understanding, and said he'd wait with her until the vet arrived. "Never seen a bobcat do that," Officer Daniel Reeves said, leaning against Margaret's truck and watching the kittens through binoculars. "Usually, they're solitary creatures. Even siblings separate pretty young. These 2 are different," Margaret said softly. "That healthy one hasn't moved more than a few inches from its sibling this whole time. Keeps licking its face, like it's trying to comfort it." When Dr. Carter's white van finally appeared on the horizon, both Margaret and Officer Reeves felt a surge of relief. The veterinarian, a woman in her early 40s with kind eyes and steady hands, quickly assessed the situation from a distance before approaching with a carrier and thick gloves. "Hey there, little ones," Emily spoke in a soft, soothing voice as she slowly approached. The healthy kitten raised its head, yellow eyes wide with fear and defiance. It made a small hissing sound, but didn't flee. Instead, it pressed itself more firmly against its sibling. "It's okay, sweetheart," Emily continued, moving with practiced calm. "I'm here to help." What happened next would stay with everyone present for the rest of their lives. As Emily reached for the injured kitten, the healthy one didn't attack or run. Instead, it made a sound, not quite a meow, not quite a cry, that was unmistakably pleading. It looked directly at Emily, then at its sibling, then back at Emily as if saying, "Please, help us." Emily gently scooped up the injured kitten first, quickly examining it. The little one was unconscious, but breathing with an obviously fractured rear leg and some road rash. As she placed it carefully in the carrier, the healthy kitten followed every movement with intense focus. "Come on, brave one," Emily said, reaching for the second kitten. "You can come too. I promise I'll take care of both of you." The healthy kitten allowed itself to be picked up without resistance, immediately trying to crawl toward its sibling in the carrier. Emily placed them together, and the healthy one immediately curled around the injured one, resuming its protective position. "I've never seen anything like it," Officer Reeves said, shaking his head in amazement. "Neither have I," Emily admitted, securing the carrier in her van. "And I've been doing this for 15 years. Margaret wiped tears from her cheeks. "You'll call me. Let me know how they're doing." "Of course," Emily promised, taking down Margaret's number. "You probably saved both their lives by calling when you did." The drive back to the clinic was tense. Emily could hear the healthy kitten making soft chirping sounds to its sibling, and she pressed a little harder on the accelerator. At her clinic, she immediately took both kittens into the examination room. The injured kitten, a male, she determined, had a fractured tibia, multiple abrasions, and a mild concussion. The healthy one, a female, was completely uninjured, but severely dehydrated and underweight.